Hello and welcome to on-demand self-paced training hosted on Blueshift. This video applies to all on-demand training in OPSB area. And in this instance, we will be using the example of Optic on Demand, but it applies to every single self-paced training that we have. If you are watching this video, probably you are already here in the documentation. Few things before you book your order, very important. The environment will revert back to its initial state on Sunday, 1 a.m. Mountain Time. So all your progress will be lost. When you book the environment, in order to have a good training without interference, please book it in advance for 5 days. And the environment can handle only one person a week, but this is not a big restraint because that means that we can get 52 people certified every year. Okay, and please watch this video until the end to understand how to use the environment effectively, how to get help, and what to do when you get stuck. First of all, the booking itself. You go here, right now it's booked for myself in order to record this video, but when you book, please make sure that you select all 5 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until Saturday in this example. Okay, and when you click the request button, and let me change that real quick. When you click the request button, you'll be requested to acknowledge what you have ordered and you submit your request. In a while, your request would be approved and assigned to you to your account. When you go to subscriptions and orders, in your own account, you'll see that here it is provisioned in an active state. When you click on it, a new tab will open. And this tab will have a link to documentation once more. And here is how you connect to the environment by clicking this green button. It will open a pop-up based on Guacamole RDP connection through web. So everything is done in your browser. So I must warn you in advance right here. Not all browsers are equal, and some of them do not pass the resolution of your screen in a proper way. There are many ways around it, but the main one is closing the window, like here, going full screen in your browser by right-clicking and pressing the full screen button or F11 or whatever, and only then clicking to connect once more. Then it will open in a full screen for the whole resolution that you have, and it will be able to read it accurately. Now, you might notice that you are not able to go out of this, but to do so, you'll go Control-Alt-Shift on your screen. It will open something on the left side that would be related to your browser, and you can exit the full screen, and this is how you get out. For maximize to close it, you go Control-Alt-Shift once more. For best experience in operating the environment, I recommend going to Chrome, and or any other browser, Firefox, whatever you need, and opening the documentation, this documentation site from the inside. Otherwise, you would have to click between tabs on your computer trying to execute steps inside an RDP that is simulated over here in another tab in your browser. It becomes cumbersome and slow. It will interfere with your learning process. Okay, now very important. The sections in the documentation are separated into several tabs. Lab setup, very important. Please validate that your proxy, we can do it by searching, for example. That your proxy is configured as we state in the documentation. Okay, so this is the IP address. The port is 8088, not 8080, and a couple of exceptions. Without this, you would not be able to connect internally, externally. You would think that nothing works, and this is not the case. Okay, this is part number one. Another thing, if you're new to mRemote-ng, that is linked over here, then please go over this section. It explains really briefly how to use it and what we want from you when we say how to RDP, SSH, transfer files, and everything else. Okay? When you perform the exercises, please do them in a very specific sequence as they're written. There are dependencies between them, and you don't want to miss them. Okay? When you get an unexpected result, something is not working right, please read documentation, go back and forward. I'm supporting this lab set for a while now, and I wrote it and I ironed out many of the wrinkles on the inside. And every time you contact us for help, I'll go to documentation, I'll go a couple of pages up and I'll find some inconsistency between the steps that were performed and the steps that were written. It will help you a lot. It will shorten the time and it will enhance your learning experience. I can't emphasize it enough. Okay? When you need the help and you send an email to me, please tell me you're using an on-demand training. I support many environments, not just on-demand trainings, and they all look similar. And give me a full screen screenshot so I'll be able to see the URLs and everything. It's not just the error that I need to see when it happens to you. I need to see where you are, what windows are open, what are the addresses, and everything else. It helps me a lot. Otherwise, I would be sending you clarifying questions, wasting both of our time. I'm not working 24 hours a day, so definitely please shorten the time by giving me correct information. Okay? If you want to get certified at the end of the week, it's very simple. You need to send me an email with 4 out of those 6 possible screenshots based on exercises that you perform. Right? So you go over the exercises one by one, you watch the videos that are explaining what's in the exercise and the theory behind them. And once the exercise is done, you would be able to take a corresponding screenshot. For example, side scope data in vertical, what it means. You perform the exercise and you'll know exactly what it means and what I want from you. Okay? You take those screenshots, you send them to my email, and within a couple of weeks, you'll get certified in the Saba system. When you need to know hosts, URLs, and passwords, they are all listed here in the dedicated tab. The presentations in the videos that you're about to watch are all in the presentations tab, and troubleshooting theory, for example, for this training has a tab of its own with more videos that are really gold if you know how difficult it is to troubleshoot sometimes some of our products. Again, this is an example of Optic DL training, but it applies to any self-paced training published on Blueshift. Okay, from this point on, you are on your own. Have a really good training session, and I'll see you next time.